Call of Duty 2023. This has been a confusing ride. Originally, there was going to be nothing released in 2023, then it was going to be expansion for Modern Warfare 2, and now it's supposed to be a full-blown Call of Duty game releasing this year after all. And I know, confusing stuff, we get that, but you know, I thought it'd be interesting to think about this. If the current information is all true from these leakers and insiders, and there will be a full Call of Duty game released this year, then I only have one question, and really it's the only question that matters. Will it have a zombies game mode? Yeah, because on this side of the internet, we really like ourselves some zombies, and we love playing that stuff a lot. So we're kind of interested if we should even expect to see a zombies game mode in this game. Now, of course, we can't know anything 100% until it gets officially announced, but we do have information to work off from these insiders and leakers that could kind of guide us in maybe the right direction. And I don't think there's a better place to start with this information than who's actually developing this game. And I know a lot of people would want to say that this is Treyarch going to be developing it, and you would be forgiven by thinking that because, I mean, it seems like it should be Treyarch's turn because the other two developers just developed their game, so it's Treyarch's turn, right? Well, no, that's not what the insiders are saying. In fact, who the insiders are saying are developing this game is none other than Sledgehammer Games. And that's interesting because if it was Treyarch, we would guarantee a zombies game mode in there because that's what they do. But Sledgehammer, on the other hand, is a bit more confusing because we know it's not a guarantee, but at the same time, if you look at the last 3 games made by Sledgehammer Games, I mean, they've all had zombies in it. Like, Vanguard had zombies, World War II had zombies, and Advanced Warfare had exo-zombies. All of them had a zombies game mode in those games. So this would kind of make us believe that they're probably going to continue that trend, right? I mean, it just makes sense that they would just continue to have that third zombies game mode in their games. So yeah, is that it? Is there going to be a zombies game mode in there? Well, I don't know, because the development for this game is not the same as previous Sledgehammer games in the past. Because you may have noticed that Sledgehammer Games actually released a game in 2021 with, you know, Vanguard, and now they're expected to release a game in 2023. Like, that's like only 2 years, probably even a little bit less than that, because who knows when they actually started developing this. So they're not going to have that much time to develop this game, not like their previous games where they had 4 years for Vanguard, and then of course they had 3 years for the 2 previous ones. So I don't know, are they actually going to have enough time to actually make a full-blown zombies game mode for this game? Now, right away, you may just kind of write this off and say, well, it's probably not going to happen because they're just not going to have time. They got to focus on the main parts of the game, you know, multiplayer and campaign. As much as it sucks that zombies isn't a main part of the game, that's just kind of how it is sometimes, at least for non-Treyarch games. But of course, there is a little, I guess, green leaf to reach for. I don't know if that's a say, I might have just made it up, but regardless, the point is that even if Sledgehammer Games doesn't have time to develop this, it wouldn't honestly make that big of a difference, because if we look at 2 of the 3 zombies game modes in Sledgehammer Games, you would realize that they weren't even made by Sledgehammer. Like with Vanguard, that was made by Treyarch, and with Exo Zombies, that was made by Raven. Like, the only zombies game mode they've ever made as a studio is World War II Zombies, which is only, again, 1 out of the 3 they released. So would it be that far-fetched to believe that there will be a zombies game mode? And even if Sledgehammer doesn't have enough time, it won't matter because they're not the ones developing it. There's going to be another studio that comes in and makes the zombies game mode for them. Now, of course, this leaves us with this big possibility that there will be a zombies game mode, kind of continuing the trend that we've seen in their previous games. But there is one little issue with this situation, and what that is which studio would actually step in and make the zombies game mode for this game? Well, Treyarch made Vanguard Zombies, and could they come again and make another zombies game mode? Well, first things first, I hope not, because we could see just through Vanguard Zombies that they didn't give a F about working on someone else's game. They put as little effort as possible, and they were really just focused on working on their game. And on top of that, I wouldn't want to see Treyarch make the Zombies game mode in that game, because they got to release their game in 2024. That's only a year between these games, and I don't want them distracted with somebody else's game when they should be working on their own. So I just don't think that is a good idea or even realistic, because I think that Vanguard Zombies was received very poorly and they just don't want to repeat that. On the other hand, Raven made Exo Zombies, so maybe they could come again and make another Zombies game. But for them, well, I don't know about Raven. Aren't they busy working on Warzone 2? Like, they're kind of the main developers for that game, so I think that they're probably a little bit busy over there. They just don't have time to come make a Zombies game mode. And this kind of just leaves us in a situation where, well, then who's going to make it? And I mean, sure, there's a possibility that Sledgehammer Games just makes it themselves, but they do have a very short amount of time to develop the full game as a whole. But you have to keep in mind that Treyarch was in a very similar position with Black Ops Cold War. That game had less than 2 years to develop, yet it got a Zombies game mode, so maybe Sledgehammer just pulls off something like that. Or maybe just one of the other Activision studio comes in and makes it. Maybe Toys for Bots or Beanox or someone like that comes and makes the zombie game mode for this game. I don't really know. There's just ways that it can be done, but we really won't know exactly how it could be handled. Now, that's kind of the development side of all this, but there's one other thing that the insiders have been telling us about this game that may give us a bit more insight to the possibility of a Zombies game mode coming. And what that is what COD 2023 even really is. Because the story of COD 2023 was that it wasn't actually supposed to be a full-blown Call of Duty game originally. Originally, it was supposed to be that expansion for Modern Warfare 2, but then Activision changed their minds and told Sledgehammer Games to convert their expansion for Modern Warfare 2 from being an expansion to making it a full-blown game. And because of this, it's probably safe to assume that this game is probably going to be heavily based off of Modern Warfare 2. And this would mean that it might just be kind of a spin-off of that story, or maybe even a direct continuation of it. And this affects Zombies in one major way, and that it's a modern game. And there's never been a modern Call of Duty game that's had a Zombies game mode. And this kind of tells us two things. One, that maybe that makes it a bit less likely because it's never happened before, but also if it does happen, it would be very, very interesting, because having a modern day Call of Duty game, that is just something that could be kind of fun, because we've never seen that. As I said, we've seen them go into the past and we've seen them go into the future with zombie stories, but never really in the present. So it would be interesting, but at the same time, it also may seed some doubt of the possibility of this COD Zombies game mode even existing. But regardless, that leaves us at our current situation with the current information we know. It's going to be a full game developed by Sledgehammer, and maybe there's going to be Zombies game mode, maybe there's not. Me personally, I doubt there will be a Zombies game mode in there, but as I've said multiple times, we just have to wait and see. But of course, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on all of this. Do you guys think there'll be a Zombies game mode in COD 2023 or not? Let me know down in the comment section below. Regardless though, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, definitely do all that normal YouTube stuff: like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. But I'm going to go catch you guys in the next stream, video, or whatever the heck it may be. And laters, guys.